Are you looking for an abstract wall art that is easy on the budget? I have a DIY that's cash friendly and easy to create. If this is something you're interested in, stay tuned. So here are the items you would need for this DIY. You would need a sheet, and basically what I did was I cut the sheet in half and I cut off at the folded top part of the sheet, at the top of the sheet. You know, that folded finish part, I cut that off. And then I have some joint compound. Not sure if I'm going to use this or not. We have some spatulas here. We have some 𝗁𝗏𝗄, some stiffening agent. We have a brush, a bowl with a stir, some cup, spray bottle, stapler with some staples, a wooden stir, and the scissors that I use to cut the sheet. So that's what we need. And of course we need the canvas, and we are going to go ahead and get started. Let me share with you the size of the canvas. So here is our work area. This is the size of the canvas. It is a 24, I believe it is, by probably 60, maybe 5 feet long. So this is going to be a pretty substantial piece of art. We're going to be making a 3D art with fabric texture, and it's pretty easy to do. You also need a large enough bucket with, I'll put a little water in here inside the bucket, and we'll be using this to mix up the glue in the water. I'm not sure how much water is in here, but you need 1 part water and 2 parts glue. And this is 64 fluid ounces, so I'm gonna say 32 fluid ounces of water. So I'm not sure how much this costs. I think I purchased this from Michael's. I'm not sure because I purchased these things a long time ago, but if I find it on Michael's or Amazon, I will definitely let you guys know the price and the description. So you don't have to worry about getting this on your clothes or on the floor. It is water soluble, so it gets up with water. You want to start off with the right consistency, because if it's not the right consistency, it won't dry hard enough. I'm going to pour the whole thing in here because, like I said, it's 1 part water and 1 part glue. We're getting ready to drape our half sheet inside the glue mixture. Now you want to make sure that this sheet is completely covered and saturated in the mixture, so it will be able to drape nicely when you put it on your canvas. So I'm using this paint stir to make sure that my sheet is completely covered in the glue mixture and completely saturated. So this is going to be a messy job. That's the reason why I have gloves on. So you can use your hands if you want without the gloves. So we're going to take this sheet and we're going to wring out the glue mixture enough that it's not too wet, but we don't want it completely dry either. So we're just wringing it out just gently, I guess you could say, as you see here. Taking our sheet, and we are going to apply it onto the canvas. Now, this is the fun part. This is where you get pretty creative. What I'm doing here is actually straightening out the sheet, so all the twists and bindings from the sheet will be laying flat. Now, we are going to be preparing 2 pieces of art. And this one right here is going to be a much simpler piece. This is the first piece of art that I will be sharing with you guys. So as I straighten out my sheet, I'm going to try to get it close to the edge of the canvas. and we're going to make sure that our sheet is draped over the end of the canvas. Now this is very important because you want enough of the sheet draped over the canvas so you'll be able to cut that end off when you get ready to finish your canvas, and I will share that with you guys once we get to that part. So right now I am straightening it out, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do as far as a design, but it'll come to me in a moment. I love this part of the artwork because this really shows your creativity as you go through what you want to design, and I don't know what the outcome is going to be, and that's the most exciting part of it, but I have an idea. So I guess that is the best place to start, is an idea. If you're not that very creative, you can always look at wall art on the website. They have these 3D wall art pieces everywhere. They're very popular, and get you an idea where you want to start or how you want to start. This is going to take a little time straightening out, trying to figure out what I want to do. So yeah, just watch me work. Guys, I forgot to share this part with you. So this is the part I was talking about, cutting the edges from the drape pieces that's left over from the edge of the canvas. You're going to want to fold this back before it dries, because once it's dry it gets pretty hard and it's not that easy to cut. So I'm just bending the material in the back, and once it's dry, it will dry this way and it would be easy to trim once you staple the back. So we're going to make this very snug here on the edge so it will look nice and neat. So now we're just continuing, just perfecting our design, making the 3D look very 3D. As you can see here, I have did some draping, I guess you can call it, and I'm just basically straightening out the pleats, making sure there's not any empty spaces. As you can see right there in the center of the art piece, there's an empty place. So I'm just going through there, making sure that I have my pleats straight and there's not too many empty spaces. So we're working on the center of this piece. Now this is the first piece that I'm working on, and I'm just putting some, not really rosettes, but just a little design there right in the center. Just something I thought of. just making sure it's what I want and how I want it to dry, because once it's dry, that's it. You cannot go back and try to fix it. I don't think you can anyway. But I think I have it the way I want. I wanted the sides to be even with the other side, and everything looking, you know, like it was bought from the store. So just take your time and do this. You would come up with different ways you want to do this, but it's just more of a, you just take your time and relax, and things will come to you. So once you get your design the way you want, you're going to add some more of this Mod Podge in a bowl. Now we're not diluting this. We using the strength right out of the bowl, and we are going to go through these pleats with a brush. And now don't worry about the white glue. It will dry clear, and this just helps it hardens. There's another way you can harden if you don't want to do this step, but I like to do both steps, and I do this first with the glue, and then I go back through once it gets a certain texture, I should say a certain strength as far as the hardness. If it's good the way it is without adding anything else, then I would leave it. But if I wanted to have some more stiffness, then I will add another agent that I will share with you guys. So I'm just basically brushing through here with the glue in between the pleats. This takes a little time, and just go through each pleat with the glue. Sure that you also don't forget about the edge of your art piece. We want that also to be hardened, and making sure that it is adhering to the canvas. So I'm pushing the brush against the material to make sure that it is adhering to the canvas. This is the product I was talking about. It's called Stiffen Stuff. This is a very good product. I purchased this from Amazon. If you don't want to use the glue, you can use this, but I like to use them both, and I'm just basically taking my time and spraying it on the material in between the pleats, just making sure that it covers. And then once I cover the whole piece of art, I will let it dry for 24 hours. Here is the second piece of art that I finished, and we're doing the same thing. We're adding these stiffen stuff, and making sure we go in between those little, I don't think they're rosettes, but designs that I have in between each of the sections of the heart. So as you see, I'm wiping off the stuff off of the canvas, so I don't want it to dry on that. So you have to be pretty patient and take your time to do this. It's been 24 hours, and you can see how stiff this is. It is really stiff. So this is great. It's set up very nicely. I like the way it looks, and as you can see, all the white glue has dried off, and it dried clear, and you cannot see any glue residue left over. Now what I'm going to do next is paint the canvas white, because since this is a black sheet, it left some dark marks from the wetness of the sheet, and you can see it there on the canvas. So we are going to paint this white acrylic craft paint that I purchased from Michael's, and we're just going to carefully use a very small brush and get as close to the artwork as we can, and we're going to brush on the white paint. So if you do get some white paint on your art piece, they do have some fabric paint. Paint for fabric is in a pen, and you can just go over it with that paint pen, and it just over the spots that you have gotten the white paint on, and that should be able to cover it. Once your paint dries, I put 2 applications of paint on here to cover up those markings, and then once that dry, we can staple the back of our canvas, the material that we cut the edges, and we can staple that now. And once we get that staple, the project is done. I hope you guys enjoyed this project and it was easy for you guys to do. If you decide to do this project, put it in the comments below and send me some pictures. I love to see your creativity. So that's it. Here is the finished product here. As you can see, the paint has dried and it looks very, very nice. I am so happy that it turned out very well. I am really happy I didn't have to spend $500 to $800 on a project this large. And here is both of them. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. You made it to the end of the video, so you must like what you see. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel? It doesn't cost a thing, and I love to have you part of the 𝗏𝗏 family. Also, click the notification bell twice so you'll be notified when I upload. I see you on the next one. Smooches!